All right, I'll wait a couple seconds for people to come on. Cool, awesome. Well, welcome to today's episode of CashFlow Chill. My name is Chris Carrillo, however you want to say it. I am your host of this episode. And so what I want to talk with you today is, first off, if you don't know me, I'm a real estate investor here in San Antonio. The mission of this show is to be able to just help inspire entrepreneurs getting started, staying in the grind, and then pushing through your trials and tribulations, because I've been through all of them. I've started, I've gone through the trials and tribulations. I've been doing this for almost 15 years now, and I am in the path of growing another company. First off, if you like what you see, please share this out. Please give it a heart, give it a like button. I want to get this information out to as many people as possible. We're here at the beautiful Pearl here in San Antonio, Texas. The reason I like this place is because it's home and San Antonio is growing, and I like to show off the beautiful scenery as much as possible. So today's episode, I'm actually trying to be more professional about this without cussing as much, and taking notes, having notes, so that way I can reflect back on them. This is actually part of a book that I'm writing called CashFlow Chill. And so the episodes that you're seeing here will actually be put on the book, and then I'm gonna share it out. And when I see comments, I might actually put them into the book. So if you like what you see, or you have a question, comment, just throw it in there, and I'll be do my best to be able to answer those questions. So today's episode is the scary work pays the most money. You only have to be brave. 0.00001157% of the day. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so let's take a step back and talk about the scary work that pays the most. Let's just think about this, right? More people would rather be in a casket than give the eulogy speech. People are afraid of ostracism. People are afraid of going out there and standing in front of a crowd that we're going to be looked at a certain way, right? And so there are 24 hours in a day. 24 hours in a day. Of those hours, there's 1,440 minutes in a day. You break that down even further, there are 86,400 seconds in a day. So you only have to be brave 1 second out of every day to completely alter the trajectory of your life. What does that mean? So this episode is only going to be real quick, right? It's going to be maybe 5-10 minutes, and if I get going, maybe 20 minutes. But I want to get the meat and potatoes out of this. Where are you starting off, right? Majority of us, when we're starting off, we're scared to go, shake that person's hand at a networking event. We're afraid, we're terrified, and we put ourselves in a position where, like, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna go shake hands because I don't know if they're gonna look at me kind of weird, or I'm just afraid, right? I don't want them to be. I don't want to be rejected, right? Or when we're afraid to pick up that phone to make our first call, or a second call, or 10th call, we're afraid because we're gonna be cussed at, we're gonna be rejected. We put ourselves in that position that, hey, you know what? I don't want to feel crappy all day long, so we're afraid, right? Or getting out of our car and knocking on that owner's house, and we put ourselves in that position to say, man, you know what? I don't want them. I'm afraid maybe they might put a gun to my face, or they're gonna let a dog out. We're afraid of the unknown, and so we limit ourselves in our ability to grow wherever we're starting to get where we want to in life, because we're afraid to take that action. We're afraid to put ourselves in that position. So I'm going to give you how I got past that fear, how I built that courage, how I built that resilience. If I've met you in the past before, prior to me being independent, I used to work for a real estate company, real estate education company here in San Antonio. And so that real estate education company helped me develop as a public speaker. So being a public speaker, it's one of the most terrifying things in the world. But based on what I was paid and based on the amount of seminars that I taught, I typically taught that seminar 3 times a week, and based on what they were paying me, I was getting paid about 1,000, depending on how quick I got done or how many questions there were. I was being compensated anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 per hour to teach those seminars. Think about that, right? I don't know very many things in life that you can do outside of being a successful investor receiving residual income, but consistently for 7 years, that's exactly what I was compensated for, to be able to teach those seminars, because I taught 700 plus of those seminars. And so to me, growing up in the projects, $1,000 an hour is quite a bit of capital, quite a bit of coin. Now, that's not to impress you, but to impress upon you that you can do that. When you knock on those doors as a wholesaler or as an investor, you make that split decision to say, hey, I'm going to take action. You can make way more than that if you do the numbers, right? If you're making $1 million a year and you work 40 hours a week, I believe that comes out to $500 an hour. Now, I wasn't in that position at that time, but you're in that position now when you're knocking on those doors and you close a deal. You're working the deals for 40 hours, right? And then you knock out a deal and you make or 50 hours and you knock out a deal that pays you $50,000 in one transaction. Think about that. Do the math. That's $50,000 an hour. But because you were brave for that 0.0001157% of the day, now you're in the position that you made a point of contact, you contacted that owner, you followed up, you met with them, you got a contract signed, you took it to title, you then found a buyer, you found that buyer, the buyer comes with the wire, no hesitations, and boom, I walk away, and then there's that check in front of at title where you're receiving that money and all the glory's there, but 95% of the hard work isn't shown. So having that ability to have that person inside of you. So what I did as a seminar presenter going back is I was taught by a very well-known public speaker. I asked him, I said, if I mention his name, if you look at my Facebook, you'll see some very well-known people that I've met. And I asked him, I said, what do you do to get past that fear? I said, are you still afraid when you go on stage? He said, Chris, I speak to tens of thousands of people, millions of people a year, and I'm still afraid to this day. So what I do, and I'll just get up to show you, is he says, I think of something that made me happy, something that in life I won, right? And yeah, I just get up. Something in life, maybe I can't, never mind. Okay, so something in life, a scenario that I won, maybe you scored a winning basket as a kid, or maybe you put yourself in that position to have some type of small victory. What I started doing, and this is what he told me, what I started doing is I started just locking in those victories, right? Neuro-linguistic programming. It's just, yes, right? I had that, I got my wife to agree to go to a movie that she didn't want to. That's a victory, right? Or, hey, you know what? I got my kids to clean up without having to yell at them. All right, that's a victory. So what he said is every time I had those victories, I would lock them in. I'm like, all right, cool, I won. And so anytime I go on stage, to trigger that memory of winning, he'd just lock in his, he'd just walk up stage. All right, cool. And then that feeling came back to him of winning. So when he walked on stage, what would he do? Or what I started doing is 1 second right before I would walk on stage, because I'm at the time I'm 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I'm getting on stage, and every single time that I'm on stage, what am I doing? Right before that 1 second, yes. And then I would walk on stage and I would proceed to be one of the best seminar speakers in the country at that period in time, right? And that was based on my close ratios. That's where I got the numbers from. But for you, what victories are you gaining on a day-to-day basis? It's vitally important to track those wins, because when you track those wins and you lock those in by programming your mind to register them, and then when you get in those situations where you have to go shake that person's hand at a networking event, there's something what I call who luck. right? It's who luck. And what does that mean? Your luck in life is based on the quality and the quantity of people you meet, right? We've all heard that cliche saying, your network is your net worth. Well, that's what it is. It's who luck. One person that you meet will alter the trajectory of your life, whether you know it or not. So for me, I've met a lot of famous people. I've met a lot of cool people, a lot of successful people. When I understood that concept, I put myself in a position to go randomly shake that person's hand that I felt was going to help me get to the next level in life. The woman of my dreams, she's at a networking event. I went up to her and I said, "Hi, my name is Chris." I was terrified. Or that person that taught me how to start investing in real estate altered the trajectory of my life, and I was brave that 1 second of the entire day that said, "Hey, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna go say hi." And boom, shake hands. "Hi, my name is Chris. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've been wanting to meet you for a while." Or, "Hey, my name is Chris. We don't know each other yet." This is a great way to break the ice in networking events. "Hi, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I make it a point to shake everybody's hand at a networking event, and I just want to say hi. Tell me what you do," right? And so that's how I introduce myself to people at networking events. And so when you're picking up the phone, before you pick up that phone, and you're terrified, right? And you're terrified to get rejected, or they're not going to answer the phone call. Oh gosh, dodged a bullet there, not having to talk to somebody, right? Remember this: strangers in life have all the money you want. Every dollar you have, 99% of them came from a stranger. So you want to make sure you put yourself in a position to meet as many strangers as possible by breaking past that wall of fear that'll get you in the position to get every dollar, everything you want. Somebody else has to pay for it. So when somebody else has to pay for it, you got to go introduce yourself and make sure you transfer a service, right? A business transaction, and you have to make sure that you do it of quality to have that repeat business. And then those strangers then become friends as time progresses. But every dollar you want in life, everything you want in life is paid for by someone else, and you have to put yourself in that position to be able to receive those dollars by shaking hands with those strangers, knocking on doors, right? So that is pretty much it. Just real recap, right? The scarier work pays the most. You have to be brave only 1 second out of the entire 86,400 hours in the entire day. Breaking past your fear of saying, "I'm just going to go say hi to that one person." I want to challenge you to go say hi to one person that you've never or always wanted to shake hands with, or wanted to interrupt, or just even send in a DM, right? Facebook has given people the liquid courage to go on their DMs and say, "Hey, what's up," right? So you want to put yourself in that position to start breaking past, right? I want to challenge you to be able to pick up that phone call to that one client that is going to change your life, right? That who luck, or that one girl right at the gym that you're like, "Man, she's hot. Let me go say hi to her," right? For you guys that are scared, confidence is the currency of billionaires. When you can understand that confidence is the currency, and if you're going to quote me out there, please make sure I see a lot of people starting to steal quotes, but confidence is the currency of billionaires, and you want to make sure if you don't aspire to become a billionaire, maybe a millionaire, right? Courage and confidence. You have to exchange that courage and confidence to be able to have somebody want to do business with you. They're buying you, and they're buying your courage, and they're buying your confidence to complete what you say you're going to do. So make sure, right? So have courage, confidence to be able to go out there, say hi to one person, go shake a stranger's hand, go pick up that one phone, go get out of your car and go knock on that seller's house. Make a point of contact. Put yourself in that position, because every dollar you want is in somebody else's pockets. It's your job to make sure yourself the right person for them to want to do business. I hope this helps. If you like what you saw, please share this out, drop some like buttons. I want to try to get as much information out there as possible, to whether you're starting or whether you've met a wall in your entrepreneur journey, because I know we all meet we all meet that person inside of us that says, "Man, I'm either going to quit or I'm going to keep fighting forward." And that's why 96% of entrepreneurs fail is because we meet that wall and we say, you know what, it's better to go get a job and go make somebody else's dreams a reality. So hopefully this video finds you well. I'm trying to have these live at 10 a.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays, right? Monday is a new day, a new week, and Wednesday's hump day, right? And so we got to break past that to get past through the weekends. And hopefully maybe on Fridays I can start doing it, because Friday to me is the beginning of a new week, right? I break my weeks down in threes: Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. To restart, you got to figure out a way to consistently restart. And so hopefully this video finds you well. Take care. God bless. If you have a question, comment, leave it in the comment section below. I'll do my best. If you're afraid, send me a DM and I'll do my best to answer that for you as quickly as possible. Take care. God bless. And we will see you on the next episode of Cashflow and Chill.